So, I was exposed to black mold a couple months ago, and oh boy, it's really taken a toll on my health. This is my second time being like after a major exposure. The first time I was living in it and I had to move out, and I ended up going through an entire CellCore protocol, which helped me tremendously. If you don't know about CellCore products, you have to have a practitioner code to get those, but I get them from Dr. Jess. I use her practitioner code on Wellness Plus. Anyways, that's a whole other story. So I've been re-exposed to black mold back in July. It's now October. The symptoms didn't start like automatically, but I knew that I was getting exposed to it, but it was a work situation. I couldn't really leave at the time. So I was just like, I was kind of mentally anticipating it, which didn't help. So, I've just been having terrible symptoms. My brain fog is through the roof. And when I get exposed to mold, I also have the gene, I can't think of the name of it, but it's the gene where my body doesn't eliminate toxins on its own, like it's supposed to. HDL or something like that. Anyways, I have that gene. So I have to support my detox pathways and pay attention to those things. But anyways, back to my symptoms. The whole reason I started going to the chiropractor is I was having the, craziest symptoms, which black mold, I mean, that's what it'll do to you. Like right now, it's hard for me to think straight and to form sentences, which is just so ridiculous because I've never had this issue unless I've been exposed to mold. But yeah, I have found that I think the exposure to black mold, it kind of correlates or it has very similar symptoms to POTS or, I can never say this word right, dysautonomia or something. Your nervous system is compromised. I will have these histamine flushes where it's like I'll just get burning hot and then I'll start shivering and shaking, almost like tremors. And it almost feels like, if you've seen someone like their blood sugar gets low, they start shaking and shivering or whatever. That's what it feels like. And I go into these episodes where I'll get flushed, I'll get hives. I'll have to take a picture, but my whole neck and chest will break out in hives. It's a histamine dump from what I've read. I believe that's what it is. But yeah, just my whole body will feel weak. I have heart palpitations. The brain fog is so unreal. It's like I'm alive, but I'm not. It is the most odd feeling of derealization. It's scary, honestly. Black mold exposure and the symptoms that it causes, it's terrifying. And some days I have very, very bad mental health days and my blood pressure fluctuates. I have panic attacks. It feels like it affects my blood sugar. I can't go in places that are super crowded, like really bright lights, like perfumes and stuff. I'm just sensitive to, everything now, and it's so bizarre. And I know it's just that my toxin bucket is like filled to the brim right now. It's very frustrating because it affects your life and your work and your home life, and constantly worrying about like if I'm gonna have a flare up or if I'm gonna have a good day or a bad day and what to anticipate. And it's embarrassing if you're at work, if you need to lay down, if you feel like you're gonna pass out and then everyone freaks out, then that makes it worse on me because they're freaking out. It's just, I wish more people would normalize this and understand. I feel like a lot of people who, and I'm not discrediting anyone with mental health issues or anything that have nothing to do with mold, but it makes me wonder if a lot of the health issues that are masked as other things like, depression and anxiety and all these things, being exposed to mold will cause that. And it definitely has for me. So anyways, I just wanted to get on here and kind of bring some awareness to this subject because I don't know all the technical scientific terms and everything to tell you guys, but all I know is that it makes me feel like absolute dog SHIT. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube, but just being real with y'all. So yeah, I'm struggling. I've had a rough week. Like I said, histamine dumps, blood pressure issues, extreme chronic fatigue. Like I could sleep all day. I mean, really, truly, some days it's hard for me to even like get up and get moving, and I just have to. I have to, you know, because I have to take care of myself and my kids. So yeah, it's really a struggle sometimes, but I just wanted to share this with you guys, and I'm gonna do some more research, you know, on my own like I always do, and maybe share with you guys some of the things I've been doing to combat this. Religiously doing castor oil packs. I also started some chlorella tablets as a binder, and I've been taking some magnesium to make sure I'm using the restroom, because I've got to start trying to get some of this stuff out of me. It's hard for me to sweat every day, just because I haven't really been able to make that a priority, working 12 hours a day. But I mean, I know it's going to require a huge lifestyle change. Every single time I go through this, every time I'm exposed, I have to reevaluate everything I'm doing, you know, the way I'm spending my time, what I'm eating, the things I'm putting in my head, and the things that I'm watching and listening to, and all of that goes in, you know, to play when you're suffering with something like this. But I'm just trying to stay positive this time, because going down the negative rabbit hole does not help at all whatsoever. So I'm trying to kind of alchemize the pain and, you know, record these videos and kind of bring awareness, like I said, to the subject, but then also kind of document my journey. But yeah, so the things I've been doing, like I said, castor oil packs. I don't know if I should really be doing them every night, but I have been doing them every single night, and they seem to help me relax, and they help me sleep, which is huge for me, because hydrating, drinking water, sleeping, those are all things variables I can control, and that are easy for me to, you know, make sure I do. So definitely sleeping 8 to 10 hours a night, drinking bukus of water, electrolytes. Like I said, I think I have a touch of POTS, and, you know, maybe, like I said, all these correlate, but I crave salty stuff. Salt. So it just makes me wonder, like, I should be listening to my body. But yeah, people have POTS, need extra salt, so that makes sense. Anyways, so yeah, I've been using, let's see, I would show you guys, maybe in the next video, taking the chlorella when I feel like crap, or feeling like, you know, when I can bind toxins. I'm starting with that as a binder, because the Cellcore products that I took before are extremely expensive. Right now, I just can't afford to buy those. And they work. You know, they work. They're professional grade. It's a professional grade protocol, but they're also really harsh. So I was kind of afraid to start that right off the rip. I just wanted to kind of ease into this and making sure I can sweat though, so that's a good thing. I can sweat, you know, if I get hot, I can sweat, but I can't tolerate the heat for very long without getting like lightheaded, which is so bizarre, because y'all, I used to run every day. I'm talking like miles. So yeah, my self-esteem, this is really, I've taken a hit to my self-esteem. I've had to dial it back. Can't lift as much, can't run as much, no harsh exercise. But I'm going to trust my body, listen to my body, give it what it needs, and recover from this. But anyways, wanted to share this little bit info with you guys. And I like videos like these, the transparent, the raw, unedited ones, you know. I'm not going to do any fancy editing on here. My camera's probably crooked. Sorry. But, you know, this is me. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing and touch base with you guys here in a couple days probably, and kind of update you. I will say, comment, please, 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 please comment if you have been exposed to black mold or have some kind of mast cell activation syndrome, POTS, DYSAUTONIA, I think is how you say it. If maybe not. nervous system issues. Just share that info with me, guys, because I want to know what you're doing and the things that you've used to kind of help get yourself through this terrible health issue. Peace.